Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this one shout out giveaway. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Homer Hub. Cabrera's ludicrous attempt to lie his way up out of his troubles brings to mind several other lies that were brought to light and other bizarre stories in MLB history as well. Here are a few of them. Number 1. Albert Bell and his corked bat. Apparently, slugger Albert Bell at times needed a little help. On July 1994, Bell and the Cleveland Indians were at Comiskey Park to face the Chicago White Sox. Sox manager Gene Lamont got a tip that something might be amiss with Bell's bat. He approached the home plate umpire and asked him to check Bell's bat. The umpire was unable to find anything wrong at the time, but under MLB rules was able to confiscate the bat and have it sent to the MLB office in New York for further testing. Obviously, Bell and his teammates weren't about to let that happen. Indians pitcher Jason Grimsley crawled into the umpire's office at Comiskey Park where the bat was being held for safekeeping, while the game was still in progress, and attempted to switch the bat out, using a bat from the collection of first baseman Paul Sorrento. Needless to say, the ruse was revealed. Following the game, the umpires immediately demanded that the Indians return the bat in question. The bat was indeed found to contain cork, and Bell was suspended for 10 games. Later dropped to 7 games upon appeal. Grimsley would later have his own issues with MLB, suspended for 50 games in 2006 for violating MLB's drug policy. Number 2. Sammy Sosa has issued a cork top. In an interleague game in early July 2003, the Chicago Cubs were facing the Tampa Bay Devil Rays when slugger Sammy Sosa came to the plate in the first inning. Sosa hit a grounder to second, shearing his bat in the process. Devil Rays catcher Toby Hall threw part of the bat back towards home plate, landing to the feet of the umpire and crew chief Tim McClelland. McClelland immediately spotted cork in the barrel of the bat and ejected Sosa. Sosa would later claim that the bat was a batting practice bat, and he had mistakenly mixed it up, putting it in his game collection. Just to put on a show for the fans, I like to make people happy and do that in batting practice, Sosa said at the time. I was just trying to get ready and go out there and get ready for the game, and I just picked the wrong bat. I feel sorry. I just apologize to everybody. I've been around enough major league clubhouses to know that to be a bold-faced lie. MLB players fiercely protect their collection of bats and always know exactly which bats to use in game situations. Sosa had been 1 for 10 with 8 strikeouts for that particular at-bat. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Punishment that they're gonna do it, I accept it.
Number 3, Wandy Rodriguez. Back in the late 1990s, the Houston Astros believed that they had discovered a gem of a young pitcher named Eni Cabrera. Rodriguez, playing the role as Cabrera, stated that he was 17 years old when he was spotted by a Houston scout, and Rodriguez continued to lie about his age for 4 years. Rodriguez, we later learned, was 19 years old when he was first approached by the scout, and he decided to lie in part because he wanted a better life. Rodriguez is still in professional baseball as of May 2016, and he is a 37-year-old who is in the twilight of his career. Number 4, Bartolo Colon. As we mentioned earlier in this piece, the events that followed September 11, 2001 affected multiple Major League Baseball players. Another player who makes this list is pitcher Bartolo Colon. At the start of 2002, it was believed that Colon was 26 years old. By the end of February of that same year, Colon magically became 2 years older. Colon is, as of May 2016, 42 years old and a beloved member of the New York Mets. Fans and even the club refer to Colon as Big Sexy because of his large frame and because of his lovable personality. Age is just a number for Colon. Number 5, Carlos Alvarez Daniel Lugo. On July 2nd, 2006, the Washington Nationals awarded 16-year-old Dominican shortstop Esmaelin Gonzalez a $1.4 million signing bonus, the largest in team history. Nationals fans envisioned the slick fielding switch hitter nicknamed Smiley manning the left side of the infield with a top draft pick Ryan Zimmerman for years to come. While Washington general manager Jim Bowden hoped the signing would establish a pipeline of Dominican talent to the organization, "We want every young boy wanted to be a Washington National," Bowden said at the time. But Esmaelin Gonzalez wasn't actually a young boy. In fact, he wasn't actually Esmaelin Gonzalez. Earlier this month, Sports Illustrated reporter Melissa Segura revealed that the Nationals' once prized prospect isn't 19 but 23, and his name is Carlos Alvarez Daniel Lugo. The news, coupled with an ongoing federal investigation into the role Bowden may have played in the skinning of money from signing bonuses given to Latin players, has put the general manager's future with the Nationals in doubt. Number 6, Mark McGwire fesses up before returning to baseball. 9 years after he retired as a player, slugger Mark McGwire had the opportunity to return to baseball, this time as a hitting coach. There was just one small thing he had to do first: admit to his steroid use. McGwire was asked to return to baseball by former manager Tony La Russa as his hitting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. McGwire decided to finally admit what just about everyone had previously known, releasing a statement to the Associated Press acknowledging that he had used steroids on and off over a 10-year period. However, he stated in a later interview that he didn't think the steroids actually gave him more power to hit home runs. That was a God-given talent. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was using steroids thinking it was going to help me and help me. It was brought to my attention that it was going to help me heal fast.
Number 7, Rafael Palmeiro shakes his finger at Congress and then gets caught. On March 17, 2005, slugger Rafael Palmeiro sat in front of a congressional panel and uttered the now famous words, "Let me start by telling you this. I have never used steroids, period. I don't know how to say it any more clearly than that. Never." Apparently, Palmeiro's version of the word clearly is a bit different than everyone else's version. 5 months later, Palmeiro tested positive for the steroid stanozolol and was suspended for 10 years by Major League Baseball. Even then, Palmeiro refused to come clean, claiming he had no idea how the substance turned up in his body. On a happier note, however, Palmeiro was recently honored by a Hall of Fame. No, not the Hall of Fame.
I have never used steroids today.
Number 8. Pete Rose denies betting on baseball. On February 1989, MLB launched an investigation into the betting habits and activities of baseball's all-time hits leader and current Cincinnati Reds manager Pete Rose. After months of exhaustive background work turned in by attorney John Dowd, MLB Commissioner Bart Giamatti, and Rose came to an agreement whereby Rose would agree to a permanent ban from baseball. Following the ban, Rose would continue to deny that he bet on baseball for the next 15 years. Rose would finally come clean to betting on games, including games played by his own team. In his book My Prison Without Bars, the admission sold books and made money, but don't think for one second there was any other reason Rose finally made the admission.
They last longer than Pete Rose hopes. He's been banned from the game of baseball for life.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.